Wally Daloo, we're back in the Wizard Den. Oh boy, don't forget to hit that like button because we're almighty and me. Let's go. How are you guys?
Hey, doing fantastic with these two fine gentlemen. We are all that guy. All three of us are that guy. So it's good to be here with you guys. Can't wait to talk shop with you. Let's rock and roll.
Oh, first time on here. Always nice, hanging out with you guys, talking to you guys, whether it's in person or virtually. So, I can't wait. And like you said, we are all that guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And today we have a special guest in the background. You won't be able to see them, but they're there. This is sponsored by VillainCon Minion Blast. So there you go. And
I think, Alan, I think we're done here, right? I think we're done here.
I'm looking for my band hammer.
Oh yeah, you don't have to ban it. You only have 5 seconds to ban, or else it becomes solidified in pop culture.
The band fan.
The band fan. I love it. I love it.
And since this is sponsored by VillainCon Minion Blast, it's only right to talk about the Minions here. And so this is Universal Kiddos. It opens next week. How exciting! And there's some previews going on, and there's been a lot of discussion on the park, like this lovely picture here. And then this is the Minions ride. Look at those VillainCon beauties. But super cool. Well, the park is a good idea. What do you guys think about the first look of this park that you've seen online, or just what you've seen, and the reviews you've heard from people that been there and not been there? OG, let's start with you.
All right. Okay. So I think the concept is good, right? Like this idea of sort of creating this like almost like Legoland style park, but with the Universal branding, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest. I'm pretty underwhelmed with what I'm seeing though. Like this, like LA River thing, right? Not the greatest theming. Here's the thing though. I don't want to be super negative. I don't love it, but I will say this: the park is now built. They got the hardest part of this whole thing done, just building the thing. So hopefully now Universal will put some investment into it and really flesh it out. Add more shade, add more trees. Maybe add some more like indoor rides, things like that. So there's potential here. I think the idea is not a bad one. I just don't think this is. And look, here's the thing, and this is a compliment to Universal. We've all seen what great things Universal can do, right? We've all seen them with Epic Universe and, dude, like out here in Hollywood with like Fast and Furious. I think people now expect a lot more from Universal. So that's a good thing. So I think that's a good thing. That shows that they definitely have stepped up their game recently in the last, few years, especially, and really ever since Islands of Adventure. So I think people just were expecting more, which is fine. It's not like, hey, look, Disney is the #1 theme park company in the world, right? But even Disney doesn't hit home runs every single time. So sometimes it happens. So, but anyway, hopefully they invest more into this park and make it. I'm not expecting anything crazy. Like I'm not expecting this thing to be Epic Universe, but I do expect it to be on par with Legoland or even a little better than that. It should at least exceed in this genre or this niche of theme park. So that's kind of where I stand with it. What about you, Alan? Oh, go ahead.
I just said we have before we get to Alan, we have a live look at Universal Kids right now, actually. So let's go take a look. Here's the Minions ride over here, and look at it go. Wow, incredible, guy.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it.
Oh man, it's a
Oh.
live look, and people, oh boy. So, Alan,
Oh.
what do you think about the kiddos? First look at the Universal Kids Resort.
All right, this is like the most polarizing park that's out there. You know, definitely like, oh my gosh. First look at the park. It's not bad until you realize it's a Universal park. So kind of like what OG was saying, Universal has raised the bar, and there's a bunch of different reasons of why the park is the way it is too. I do think that it is being overhated because it's a Universal park, but as a park as itself for its audience and what it's for, it's not a bad park. It's just not at the expectation that we know from the Universal universe.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly. Go ahead, Lou.
And I was so yeah, when I saw the park, because a lot of the park, and to be fair, I've only seen certain sections of it. I guess I've seen like the most postable sections, which seem to be the Jurassic area and the Minions ride. No one's really showing the Trolls area or not much of the Shrek land besides the ride, and probably because those are pretty good. I'm guessing, but the parts that I've seen, the people seem to be showing up the most barren plots of the lands. Like this is crazy to me. I'm like, wow, because the raft ride is cool itself and pretty cool. And even I don't even mind the plastic minion or the minion cutouts or whatever is going on there, because it's just like, just like a thing. But it's just all this concrete. It really is the LA River. That's the craziest part. Or like a sewage system or something.
Hey, the LA
painted
River is a good compliment. Engineering marvel.
It's true. And if they just painted this like yellow and put a mural right here, it would be like 10 times better for me automatically. And maybe that's the cool part, because that's something I feel like it's kind of easy to do, like
Right.
now. But I know the park is seasonal, right? So there'll be some times where it's closed, and they can just keep this like in the wintertime, and like it gets cold in Dallas, and sometimes it may snow, so they can use that time to paint this, and maybe add a couple more things, and then maybe next time will be that much better. And my other complaint really of this park is there's like kind of like this, it just looks unfinished. Again, something that could easily be fixed though in a year. So like OG was saying, they got it built. So hopefully they'll, over the next year or so, they'll add some more investment, add some more greenery and things like that.
Can I interject?
Yes, go ahead.
I think that is a really big possibility, because a lot of European parks open like this, where the first year they're in, or as you look at Energylandia, and even some of their rides, some of their areas, they'll build it, they'll open it up, and then next season they add to it. So they open up the rides first, and then theming later. And like you said, it looks like, it doesn't look bad. It looks, but it looks unfinished, and especially since they know it's a Universal park. So hopefully, like you said, they will continue to upgrade it to make it look better. But I do think that people they are overblowing this though. But hopefully, like you said, parks have done it in the past where they can still add to it, and this is not a finished project. The situation is fluid. It's fluid.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
It's not like it's not like there's something like fundamentally wrong. Like it's not like this ride here was built in such a horrible way.
Right.
It just needs to be, fleshed out. Like this part, the middle part, is cool. I mean, I feel like that's perfectly acceptable for like a kid's ride. There's minions, and I'm sure there'll be some sound effects in there. And if they just kind of fleshed out the landscaping, or added something over on this part over here, then, which I'm sure they'll do, I think it'll be great. But it looks kind of barren at some points.
It does, and it really is, because here's the other thing too. It's like we talked about it. Remy D here says, "Imagine if Disney built this, the online hate would be tenfold." And Remy, that kind of points to what we were just saying too, though. That's the gift and the curse of building great stuff, because that's the new bar. So Universal is going down that same road as Disney, where they're being held to a higher standard now. Like Universal has set their own bar, because they've done amazing stuff. I mean, we'll go through that Ministry of Magic queue and how amazing that is, right?
Ooh.
Look at the incredible stuff they've done over the years. So that's what this is about, really, where it's like, because Universal has been on a roll. If this was Merlin or any other park company, yeah, I agree with Alan. This would not be getting hate at all.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't be as overblown. But being Universal, it's going to catch heat because we've seen them do incredible stuff. So, and again, it's not like you can't fix it, but it's just,
yeah, exactly. And I take a look at like Legoland here in California, which I just went to a couple years ago, and you guys just went for Galactic Coaster. And that park has a lot of like, even like areas like this, it would have like some figurines, like some Lego guys just in the bushes, just there making some noises, and there would be like if they had some like a kiosk or something here to kind of fill this whole barren area out, and that's what Legoland has, and it looks really good. So,
but
also
at
least from,
and that's the thing too. Also, like, I know a lot of people, they don't remember it. You have to see Legoland when it first opened, because Legoland California first opened looked more like this. And I know we're saying Universal has a better budget, and Legoland in Florida never had a chance to look like this because they took over an existing park.
Yeah,
and I think I said it on our last on a different live, where I think they should have soft opened and did this too, and I have to look at the timeline, because I do feel like, because of how it looks, it's like they rushed the opening.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And John Make It Rain said that that Fresh Baked wants to be on the channel. I did see that, John. I'm definitely gonna Fresh Baked. I'm definitely gonna reach out to him, because I love his content, and we collaborated like about a year and a half ago, and it was a really, really good time. But real quick, Remy D also said Universal now knows what it feels like to be Disney and placed under a microscope. It's kind of funny, because I don't know if you guys saw, but like Legoland was like poking fun at this park.
They were at Legoland, Florida. But
it's funny, because I love that they did it, but their situation was completely different as well too, because they literally took over an already established park, which is why they have the best Coastosaurus Rex.
That's a great point. And there's less skin in the game when you're just kind of retheming something that's already there, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's also, like we said, Frisco, Texas decided to, for lack of a better term, neuter this park. And and I need to go look more of what was into it, because I went over it last time and said, like, these are the things, but I want to know how much that went into actually theming different things as well too, because I know, like, a lot of Universal's theming, it's made and it's added for night, and I know Frisco, Texas, they were getting them stuff about light pollution and everything else, and like Frisco, they did not want this a destination park.
Wow.
So now it's like, did Universal decide to be like, okay, well, we can't do what we want, we're just going to finish it because we already invested in it, and then left it the way it is? So because they're saying we're Universal, we get our name out there anyway, we're still going to use this as a feeder park to our other two U.S. resorts. So we're fine with it. And if that's what they were doing, that kind of sucks, because now we're looking at this park saying like, oh, what's the problem with it? What's the issue? Why is it doing this?
Yeah, and Robert White says they can't build dark rides. I mean, it's wild. Frisco really put like
because that an initial concept art, that Shrek ride, was indoors. At least it showed it indoors, and now it's outdoors.
Well, because Frisco said no dark rides.
They said no dark. Yeah, and it's interesting because I guess Dice Servation's a cool guy. I don't know if you ever met him, but he lives, I guess, just steps away from the park, and he went to all the council meetings, and then he's over here saying the mayor wasn't really clear with his words. He's saying all these different things, and it seemed to make it very confusing. And you can't be a NIMBY to your own park. I mean, come on now. But I do think the next location, because I know they want to make many of them. So I think the next location, which in my personal opinion, come on, give something to the Pacific Northwest. Well, Rivers is closing. They had to replace it. But the next location, I think will hopefully get a better city to relationships, so they can really build a cool kids park from the outset without all these restrictions.
Let me ask you,
Pacific Northwest would be good, or Arizona. Go ahead, OG.
Yeah, or Arizona would be great too.
Absolutely. Let me ask you guys this: like, with all the restrictions that that Frisco is putting on Universal, Do you think it was like a mistake to go through with this deal? Like, should they have found maybe like another city in Texas or like another area where they had a little more freedom? Or do you think that this location was so prime they couldn't pass it up?
Well, I don't think. Let's see. I think because it takes a long time to acquire the land and do all this stuff. So I feel like, and the land was only, I think the park it was like $550 million, which is really not a lot. So it's like not like chump change, but it's not like a lot either. So I feel like they're like, all right, let's just like F it, let's go finish it. We already acquired the land, did the permits, and that y'all know how long permits and stuff take. So they're like, let's just do it because everything's acquired, it's shovel ready, and let's just finish it off. And again, like I said, it's not bad, and people I'm sure will attend because Dallas is a huge metropolitan area. So I think it was a good move to keep going and then build another one somewhere else the way you want to.
What do you think, Alan?
I think, because remember, it's $550 million, and this is from, people are saying how bad it is, but this is from kind of start to finish and what they were doing. And we also think that hotel was a lot into that price. And like they said, ministry was 700 million. So, but I think with everything they put through it and everything that they were doing, they kind of had to finish it up because you're making promises to the city, you're making promises to the other part, you're doing this, you're getting your cuts, and you're getting certain tax breaks. So I think they kind of had to go through with it, even though it's like a neutered version of what you wanted. And I said I don't think they were expecting Epic Universe, but obviously I think we could tell that this is not what they wanted. But I think you have to do it as proof of concept. I think, like I said before, at the time, especially North Texas, didn't have anything like this. You don't have anything in Oklahoma. There's nothing like this at all, too. So I think you kind of had to do this, and like I said, and so use it as a feeder, and then hopefully you get to another area, maybe Pacific Northwest, maybe Arizona. I'm trying to think of other places. Maybe places that you're kind of like in like a theme park oasis. So then you can feed people and say, hey, guess what? Don't go to Disney this summer. Go to Universal, because now guess what? Your kids, they like Jurassic World. They like the Minions. They like these Universal properties that they don't get to see anywhere else. And then so now you're like, hey, I want to go do this. So I think it was too good of an opportunity to pass up, even though it wasn't what they envisioned.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And it's the one positive that Universal can take out of this is they can almost kind of do what they're doing with the Epic Universe, right? Because obviously, like Epic was supposed to open with like 2 Harry Potter rides and all these different things, and now some of those things didn't open, but now like a phase 2 or some of these new rides, right? So maybe they can do the same thing here. They can do a phase 2 like enhancement and get people to come back.
New
things happen.
I think if they could bring in some money to the city, and like I said, Frisco has a pretty decent shopping center and everything like that, and get people towards there, and make it a thing where you go out there to see a Cowboys game, and now you have something to do with your kids as well too, to make it like a 2 or 3 day vacation just in the Dallas area. I think Frisco, they might change their mind and say, okay, we could loosen up some restrictions and have like during the holidays, we're not gonna have fireworks, but we'll let you have Christmas events. And if it's not really affecting traffic that badly, we could release some restrictions. We could open up some operating hours and days and everything as well too.
Absolutely. Maybe they're playing like long game, right? Where it's like incremental steps. So absolutely.
I'm sure someone can do the math here. It was $550 million for the whole thing. The tickets were like $60 or something per ticket. I'm sure someone can do some math. I wonder how much it'll take to just get all that back. Probably not that much. I don't know. I feel like it won't take too long. But with the hotel, half of it, the hotel stays are what $200, $300, $100, $200 a night or something.
Yeah,
you can make that money back real fast.
Yeah, and plus like long game too. If I'm thinking other stuff, maybe they want to move some headquarters over there in the Frisco area, so to make part of a complex as well. So
that's true. And I'm curious, the headquarters actually might be kind of smart because it's like halfway between California and Florida. It's like Universal Creative wants to go there, I don't know, or something. It's like a shorter flight they want to do some work over here and over there.
Oh,
Oh yes, they. I just saw this.
Yeah, I just saw it too. Turned around. Yeah, I just turned around and looked at it.
Goal! Now I also separately, guys. I need Australia and Paraguay to score at least one. Or
How
score two there. But
how
yeah.
is Mexico doing in the
I
World
think
Cup? Pretty good.
they're crushing.
They're going as well too. So far, U.S. is advancing to 32. So is Mexico.
Sweet.
So they're crushed. Let's see. Frisco is a tax haven. Brands get relocated there when they get bought up by private equity. Good
Yeah,
to know.
so,
I know
like,
nothing about Frisco.
No, I think of how it is, and especially if they don't want to do like Florida for certain things, or they want to move some stuff out. I think it is Texas is a good move, especially with Frisco, because you're in the Dallas area, but you're not in Dallas, and everything else over there too. You get some of the Texas kickbacks, and so maybe that might be the end goal. End goal for them as well. Like, I have no idea what Universal planning, because I don't work for them.
Honestly, okay, this is not even a joke, but I was just thinking. I don't know how much the ride costs, but in the next park that they build, if they allow dark rides, I feel like a Minion Blast, a little smaller version, it would be great. I feel like it would be perfect for the kiddos. I feel like it's a cheap ride to make, and I feel like it should be in a kids' park. It could be themed of something else, but come on, Shrek Blast, let's go.
Well, I can't be. I think even the theater, the DreamWorks theater.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Would be good.
That'd be so
but
good.
remember that they said no dark rides, and
Yeah,
I
so
think,
that's why it would have to be like in the next location, like if they do one in
Yeah.
Seattle or something. Which I feel bad for Seattle. I mean, I know Sean was our buddy Sean, and from Ranking the Mouse. Very sad that the I think it's Wild Rivers is the name. Their theme park, the one and only theme park up there, is closing. So they'll have nothing. So I hope
Rob White says he thinks it's one and done.
No, come on, Rob White. If anything's one and done, it should be Horror Unleashed.
Hey, maybe they'll make a new kids park right by Horrors Unleashed, and then just make it two of the same thing. So then you have your dark rides, throw a flying theater in there and everything, and then call it a day.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Speaking of Horrors Unleashed, because that's another whole nother can of worms, kind of like, because I'm hearing Wizard, and I don't know if you're hearing the same thing. Like, right, at least right now, the tickets have been kind of weak, right? Which is, it's not.
I know
it's
they
not
were
really
running that heavy discount a while ago, but I wouldn't be surprised. I know they're adding. They had that presentation at I think it was Monster Palooza, where they seem to be trying to add a whole bunch of stuff. So hopefully that works out. I think a new maze in 2027.
Yeah.
And someone told me today a lot of Resident Evil stuff just showed up there.
Okay.
So
if they went like the FanFest route in the off season and do like nerdy mazes, I mean, that could really, that'd be like revitalize that whole thing during the off season,
Hear me out. Like, I think they should do half and half, or doing like that too. So especially during Halloween, you could still have one horror thing, but then with everything else, have your FanFest stuff, have something else there. I know, like I don't know if you've been to the store like into the Loop, where they do stuff with anime and pop culture and everything, and you can do it that way. So it's open to everyone, because I think Vegas is a prime area for you just to do something that you wouldn't do. But the problem is, I think they overestimated kind of the Halloween theme, because the thing is, yes, a lot of people go to Horror Nights because that's their one time a year thing to do it. But then if you go to Vegas multiple times, it's like, are you going to go to Horror Nights every time you go to Vegas? Like, no.
Especially since they don't offer a annual pass option or anything. You have to pay.
Well, no, because I don't think they need one, because I think
exactly.
if you looked out there, I don't see someone who lives out there going, say, I'm going to go to Horror Unleashed like every week.
Exactly.
Well, I still wish they would, because the middle area is so coolly themed. So like, say I don't drink, but if someone was like, or I just go to hang out, someone wanted to go and get a drink, I feel like, and watch the show, I feel like I still think there should be some kind of ticket to just access the middle area for bars, restaurants, and the show, and like a non-maze ticket, because I feel like a lot of locals people might enjoy that, because it's a cool area and it's a cool show, the Jack the Clown show, and the drinks, they can make the money off the expensive drinks. So maybe one day they'll still do that, because that'd be a cool idea.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. And what you can even do, because I know right now it closes like at 10 p.m. or something like that. But Vegas is like just barely coming alive at 10 p.m. So maybe you close the mazes at 10 p.m., but you have that bar and everything open like till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Well, I think that, but especially in the summer of how hot it gets, like you can have the mazes go to 10 because people are walking out at 8. It goes 10. Stuff starts cooling down like literally like that too. So especially on the weekends, like you got the mazes close at 2 and have everything else close like around 4 as well too.
Yeah.
And then Alan, all we need then is for Camilla to work there and make our sidecars, and we're good to go, man.
Oh god,
that's right.
or Angie too. Angie made the bomb sidecars.
We be doing bar chats there every week.
Let's do it. We got Kiki and Luca in the house, by the way. What's going on, Kiki?
What's up, Kiki?
Luca.
But yeah, I think the Vegas location for that, they can really play around with a lot of different things, and I'm sure they'll find something that works out. The Chicago one, if that ever happens, will be a little tougher though, I think, because
it'll be FanFest Unleashed.
Yeah, yeah, that's not like, Vegas style energy. I don't know how late people stay on Chicago, but yeah.
No, I think you have to change. I think you have to change the theme because there's a lot of people who love Halloween Horror Nights, but there's a lot of people who just they don't go for Halloween Horror Nights, and there's people that are just like me, where I'm like, if people want to go, I'll go, but there's nothing that really draws me there. And I think there's people in Vegas that are like that as well too. So, but if you change the vibe to where you can like, have it to celebrate like sort of pop culture, which everyone things like too, and like OG said, go to the bar, go do that, chill out, be at a bar nerded out like Scum and Villainy, like in Hollywood, stuff like that. I think that would be a better niche. And then every once in a while you can throw in some horror elements rather than just be strictly horror.
100%, because I like the idea of Universal being in Vegas, and this is a good concept here. They just need to kind of refine it, and I think you can definitely make something that really works out in that area. But yeah, right now as it sits though, it's a tough sell for the off season, things like that. But I'm sure Universal they'll work things out and make it where it has broader appeal during the off season. Now, the Robert's saying they bought the old Chicago Tribune warehouse that could surpass the Vegas one, in my opinion. Now, Robert, are they still doing that one? I haven't heard anything about Chicago.
Crickets.
Well, he said he said above. He said he literally said that. Yeah.
He said crickets. Nothing.
He said crickets
heard.
in Chicago. I can't find the comment, but he said it up over here somewhere. But he said,
okay.
Think about it, they already bought it. Right, so maybe Alan said, right, just change up the thing. If they don't want to do horror, they can do a fan fest thing over there. They can do a whole bunch of things. They own the building now, so they can do anything with it if they want to. Right. And I think that'd be a great opportunity to do something else.
Absolutely. And Kiki and Luca, I want to thank you so much for gifting an OG55 membership. Appreciate you.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Every time someone gives a membership, that's another sidecar that OG and Alan are gonna have to drink. Go ahead.
There we go.
Keep on gifting them.
Let's do it.
And then, okay, Frisco. Yeah, Frisco does seem to be an affluent town. So hopefully it works out over there. But yeah, I do think this will get better.
Yeah, I think it will eventually work out. I think in 2028, I'm not sure if it's going to be the raging success that Universal is hoping it to be, but I think it will be in a lot better state than it is now. And I do think it will gain some traction over. It will gain some traction, and hopefully they're able to add a couple little more things to make it. And in Frisco, they'll say, "Hey, it's not that bad," because everyone likes something that brings them money, but they don't want the other stuff with it, with just the extra people, the extra traffic, because unfortunately, and I think that's the bad thing about Texas in general. It's not really a transit town, so there's really no way to mitigate the traffic. And they built everything in Texas for the car. So, and then the less things
everything's bigger in Texas.
It's not though. But the thing is, everyone wants to use their car, but the best way to use your car is when no one else has a car. So that's why everyone gets mad when we're bringing more cars in the area, and everyone gets upset about it.
Let me ask you, Alan and Wizard. Let me ask you guys both a question. We have Horrors Unleashed in Vegas. What do you guys think about Universal building a really nice themed Universal hotel out there in Vegas? I mean, obviously it would be
love it.
I thought that would be pretty sick. And Universal is a little bit more they have a little bit more of an edge to them, obviously, than Disney. So you could probably get away with the casino part of it. I don't think that would be a problem with the Universal brand.
They already had a Universal Monster licensed slot machines over there and lottery tickets here. So,
Yeah.
but a
Yeah.
really cool themed hotel. God, if they just took the Frankenstein Manor and made that a big hotel, that'd be nice. But anything would be really nice too. I mean, I'd stay there, especially if I can use my Universal Rewards credit card there. I'll be there every month.
Which is great whenever we go to Universal with Wizard, because of that rewards card, we get the VIP experience right over there on the lower lot, right?
That's right. Enjoy the
love it.
lounge, folks.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I
Well,
love it.
I think a Universal Hotel. I also think it's like what's going to be to catch the gimmick and everything as well too. What would they put in it? Because I do think the strip is kind of going away from over the top themes.
Unfortunately.
So I have to see. So I think they could do it. It's just what's going to be the catch to make it better than your regular hotel, unless they rather just make it, hey, we're doing some stuff, we're throwing some of our trademarks in there, but and we're just gonna make a really good hotel experience that's a little cheaper than the stuff on the strip. So then next time you go someplace, you remember Universal, and it gives you rewards to use their other parks.
If they really get creative with like in that hotel, the hypothetical Universal hotel, if they got like gave us like a really dope bar, or even like if you put like the Bourne Stuntacular in there, like
Oh yeah,
dude, like that. There's so much
dope
potential,
show.
right?
That'd be
yeah. I
amazing.
think entertainment, and that would have to be their thing. So better than Cirque du Soleil. It's like, yo, we're giving you these stunt shows. So like I said, Born Spectacular, Waterworld, something else, like like the from FanFest, the One Piece show. You're doing other stuff, you know.
100%, 100%. Now Remy's saying that speaking of Vegas, he can't unsee the Bellagio anytime he looks at Helios. I mean, it
does look
does.
similar.
It does. It does look similar. But they were testing the lighting recently. For
Yeah,
that nighttime show. It looked pretty crazy.
yeah, and it looked really cool. That debuts next week or 2 weeks, week and a half. But that looked super cool. I can't wait to see that show, and I hope it's amazing. And I hope that maybe Epic. I know closed at 9 p.m. during the debut of the show, but I hope we can go till 10 p.m. at least because it's it's a nighttime show in Florida. It gets dark later over there, so hoping an excuse for people to stay there and look at nighttime. But do you think it'll be better than Happily Ever After? The same or worse or totally? What is it? What do you think? What do you think?
It's
I've never
tough.
seen Happily Ever After, so I have no.
I saw it once. I mean, it's crazy with Disney Entertainment. Disney has they have a knack for like tapping into that emotional thing.
Yes, tugging on your heartstrings.
They do, and they're pretty good at
Like
that.
Wondrous
Ooh.
Journeys.
Ooh,
Yeah.
See what Rob said though. See what Rob said.
He said, "Oh, think
Whatever.
it'll be better."
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Are there fireworks with it though?
That's a good question. I don't know.
The-
I think
the
is
Slice
it
Open night? It makes it seem like there's fireworks at the end.
okay?
Because because I think a lot of Disney stuff has fireworks throughout, and I do think until I'm proven wrong, until I see it, Disney has the firework game on lock. But there's a lot of times too, like with the World of Color and everything, I do enjoy that a lot better. And I think since it's different, and that's the thing, because when you go to fireworks, you see it from anywhere. There's too many bad vantage points and everything, so it's not really like like a show. But like I do enjoy World of Color and other stuff, and being different with drones now and fountains and lighting and everything. So it's kind of like what I say about Waterworld and Born Spectacular. Like I don't know which one's necessarily better, but even though right now I do like the Born Spectacular more because it's different and it's not what we're saying. So I do think it could be better with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Rob White here says Universal allowed to use what fireworks they want at the site since there's no residential behind the park. Okay, yeah,
But are
that
they going
show's
to do
gonna
it
be.
though?
Well, that's a good point too. Yeah.
But I think I think the show could be good enough that they don't need fireworks all the time, or they can just do kind of like what was it the for the Harry Potter the castle Christmas Spectacular.
Oh yeah.
I like it because they only do that at the end, and all the projection mapping and everything they do is actually really good, and I really do like that show, and I like the fact that they don't overuse fireworks.
That's a great point. I feel like a lot of theme park entertainment is sort of going in that direction, right? Like even Disney, they're
Mhm.
utilizing much more projection mapping, and even getting into some drones here and there. Yeah, maybe the best way to go is kind of have this multi-sensory experience, and the fireworks are sort of like these little accents to that.
Yeah,
It's pretty
and
cool. I'm
and
down
and
for that.
yeah, and then it makes it so when you have like the fireworks show, it makes it a little more special.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of drone shows because even SeaWorld's doing a big drone show
Yeah,
this
United Parks.
summer. So that I'm very interested to see what the reaction that is and how it'll affect all the crowd patterns, gets people to stay at nighttime, hopefully, and fills in that celestial park so people don't leave during the day. And Rob said he saw the fountains and lighting and fireworks tested. Pretty spot on. Oh,
There he is.
All
all
right.
right, Rob.
You know what,
They're
Rob? We're
making
going
it
out
right over
there.
here.
OG and I, we're getting some sidecars. We're gonna get you, and we're gonna watch the show.
Yes,
See,
yes, we are.
See now,
That's right.
now I have to go to OK Universe.
That's right. You gotta go to OK Universe, and then you gotta ride on Minion Blast when you're at Universal Studios.
I am
Florida.
not. Oh, no, okay, I just said that one. I'd rather do that one than the other one.
I
You
love
gotta
it.
ride a Minion themed attraction. It's the law.
I rather do Minion Mayhem than
You can do Minion Mayhem
That's
or
better than the
Villain
other one.
Con,
I don't know.
whatever you like.
I don't know what it is about. I don't know why Universal can't stick the landing with the Minion stuff. Like for some reason. Like, I
Well,
don't get it.
But I must say,
Well,
their
problem
best
with
Minion
Minions-
ride is the raft ride, even if it looks unfinished, because at least it's a raft ride and not a simulator or a standing walkway.
Yeah. No, and the problem with Minions, and I'll say it, I guess before we go on, because I think we beat the subject to the ground about this park. The problem with Minions is that anything they touch, like they also print money.
Mhm.
So it's so like whatever you do, it's gonna get a line because it's Minions. People like the Minions, and so it doesn't matter. So they're able to have blast stuff because they're the Minions.
Mhm.
And I think
Yeah.
that's just the worst part about the Minions, because even some of those movies were like, now I'm like kind of like, yeah, like I don't need a Minions movie, right? Because like I really don't, but it's still make a lot of money because it's the Minions, and I think the rides are the same way as well too. So even though we're feeling that they're not sticking the landing because we think the rides aren't where they should be compared to the rest of theme park portfolios, they are really popular because they're the Minions.
Oh yeah, no people. I mean, it was like 2 weeks ago. I saw the Minions out, and the kiddos were going crazy for these things. I mean,
I know.
they're so huge. Still to this day, they're still huge. You know.
And I'll be there opening weekend to see Minions and Monsters. Someone is allowed to join me if they want to.
There we go. There we go. And John's asking me, "Are you excited about Dave wanting to come on the show?" Yeah, he came on once before. Fresh baked. He came on about a year and a half ago. We had a great conversation. Dave's a good guy. We hung out a few times in the parks. He's really cool. So really looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot him a message and we'll get something scheduled for sure. Absolutely.
And
Oh.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, are we gonna? We're talking Tiana's. Okay, I was gonna
Oh,
actually suggest this because this is a crazy story.
Oh yes, it's time to talk about Tiana's, and we may have even had an update or so. But this is Tiana's, and yeah, there's their lovely 13-year-old boy somehow only sustained minor injuries as he climbed out at the top of the drop of the ride and then came tumbling down the final drop of the ride. Wow. And the video, insane, y'all. Insane.
He's
like,
lucky to be alive. This kid went.
Like, that was
he went
crazy.
he went like head first on his back, dude. I mean, insane. So, and we still don't really know like what that was, right? Like was he goofing off or was he like anxious about it? We still don't know the intent behind it.
I hope he was anxious. Well, I hope he wasn't just being it like an idiot. Or like
Hey, the Jackass movie is coming out.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
But I hope he was like anxious. I guess I don't hope, but if he was anxious, I feel bad for the guy because he's like, because look, you're standing on the ride or on the bridge, and the drop goes under you, so it may not look that bad, right? And then you get on the ride and you're going up the final drop. Especially a lot of people that never been on it before don't know there's those drops inside. He's probably, oh God, what's happening here? Drop in the dark. And then you go up the final lecture and say, oh God, this is taller than what it looked like up front. And you're like, oh wait, I don't have a seatbelt. I got to get the heck out of here. And then, maybe he got out. That's what I'm hoping it was. I hope it wasn't being just a goofball.
Yeah, me too.
But-
and we don't really know the kid. Like the thing too is that, it could be something like, if he's on the spectrum, right? Maybe it overwhelmed him. We don't really know the details. And I hope Disney, I will say this, I hope Disney accounts for all this stuff, the context of what happened when they make the decision of whether to come down with the ban hammer, or not, because I do think that does matter. If he's goofing off and he was just the band fan, whether he's gonna get the band fan or not, it's honestly, if he was just freaking out and maybe he's on the spectrum or something, I don't think Disney should ban him. Now, if he was just doing this for Instagram clout, okay,
Hey,
yeah,
Jackass is coming
because he's
out.
a dumbass, then yeah. But if he was doing because he's terrified, because I've been sometimes you get on the ride oh my God, what is going on here? I thought it was what is happening? You think, oh, it doesn't look that bad, and then you're on it oh wow, this is kind of worse than it was. You might.
How are we gonna do this Fast and Furious ride, Wizard? Because you and I are not exactly real.
I may have to hop out on the mid-course break running.
Oh, Wizard.
Well, I will say, I got two things about the story about the kid. Well, three things.
Mm-hmm.
So first, I'll be cynical. So this is more in jest, so I don't take it seriously. Drop's not that bad because you go to Hurricane Harbor and ride Venom and Drop is 20 feet taller. So he pretty much just went on the water slide. No, but I think that accounts for accounts for the injuries because I think his injuries were probably from that initial tumble.
Mm-hmm.
In I think in the slide part is good, and luckily the crew member hit the emergency stop, so another log didn't go behind him. My second thing is, how does TMC have a video of the person's phone in the video and not just get the actual freaking video? I've been noticing that because now it's been days and no one has the freaking actual video. We have a video of someone watching the video.
Yeah,
WTF.
That is kind of funny.
WTF.
It's crazy.
So, in all seriousness, though, I think the main thing is that they're gonna be worried about is what are they gonna do with these logs?
Yeah,
because
are they gonna add restraints? What do you think?
Which I don't think they want to. And you go of how many times it's been, how many times this hasn't happened, and this is log flumes everywhere. Any log, not any log flume ride, most flume rides, especially the ones that are older, do not have any restraints on them.
Mm-hmm.
If they're in line, when they're side by side, they have them. Some newer log flumes. And some refurb designs, when they did that too, they put the bar restraints down. But then, of course, if we're talking about a park with Disney, capacity, when something happens, and they also, for when they need to do emergency stops and get people off the ride, you have to account for that as well too, because they need to count, okay, are they rapid system, are they powered systems, and everything else too. So I know it's a nightmare that Disney does not want to even fathom doing. And if Disney has to put these restraints on the log, which right now I don't think they're going to have to, because Cal OSHA said, hey, you're fine, and they opened the ride up again, and it's running as normal. That's going to be felt industry wide, and then unfortunately as well too, for simpler log flumes out of their parks too, they're going to have to follow suit. And then, so I'm worried about some of these smaller parks with other attractions. They're not going to be able to do it because now they have to go refurb 20-30 logs.
Yeah, it's tough. I hope they don't overreact, right? Because this is still extremely, extremely rare. I mean, this attraction has been open since 1989, and this is the one. I think this only happened one time. So hopefully they don't overreact with their response and give us crazy restraints and all this other stuff. Hopefully they,
Well, and that's the thing.
But then you have to think what they did with the trams.
But no, I'm saying it's different though because the thing is too, to add the restraints to that ride, you're gonna have to redo the whole ride because the restraints coming from this is coming from someone who's who's been a ride operator. It's gonna change the whole evacuation process of the ride. So now different clearances, different catwalks, and everything you have to do it because you're gonna have to account for are these logs do they have to be wider, they have to be bigger too. What you're gonna do so people are gonna get out and everything. You have to have space to go ahead and unlock the restraints. So it's gonna be, and that's the thing, you have to redesign the whole log. So it's gonna be very, very, very interesting. And then like I said, when you redesign the log, you have to redesign the ride too. And then now we have to go through the dreaded thing where that's where one place where Disney seems to excel more than Universal, because of the rides is you have rides that fit multiple body types, right? You throw a restraint on Tiana's or Splash Mountain, guess what? You're changing the body type of that ride as well too, which means that now you're more restrictive, and the people they're going to be upset about it as well too. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting. What they're going to do and how they're going to prevent this, and even and that's going to be crazy.
Disneyland has gone through some pretty crazy stuff the past few months, right? We had this unfortunate accident recently, but even a few months ago with that streamer, Oblivion, and his girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And they were swatted at Disneyland, which is insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think, it's weird. Disney has a lot of a lot of issues. Disneyland has a lot of issues right now with these kind of crazy things happening in this park. And how are they going to address this stuff? So it's gonna be interesting to watch it. So
yeah, I think the swatting is easier. It's funny. You want to think about it. Swatting is easier to handle than someone jumped off a log at the last minute to go head first to go down a water slide. He was like Venom drop. So
absolutely, because they can monitor social media for like various live shows and stuff, and they can buckle down on live streamers if they wanted to through that means. But this is a tougher thing to kind of like enforce. Yeah. I mean, someone just gets off. There's no cast member up there to stop them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Remy D said add over the shoulder restraints. That's actually not good. And especially for a ride like this, they're actually not as safe because they don't account for multiple body types. And there's a ride at Knott's Berry Farm that had over the shoulder perilous plunge, and someone came out of it after they added them to prevent people coming off of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a cool ride. Oh, man, perilous punch. Woo, that drop was crazy.
Hey, Wizard.
Wait, did you ride perilous plunge, Wizard?
I did not, but
I was gonna say, if you rode that and you're not riding Fast and the Furious, we got issues.
I used to always stand on the bottom of the bridge and get soaked by the big wave in the summertime. It was quite an intense wave, but I was like, that ride is insane. It's like a vertical drop, just about.
A Venom drop.
I'm like, that was crazy. The lawyer. What's the difference between a lawyer and a herd of buffalo?
The
lawyer charges more.
That's a good one. I like that. That was good. I like that.
That's hilarious. And then now we come to another controversial story here. What's this?
Well,
it's some security hub.
This is crazy to me that this is even controversial. I don't know. People are losing their minds over this, but go ahead.
So what happened was on last Wednesday, Universal officially opened the brand new security hubs, the West Hub, the East Hub, and the Central Hub. You have the West Hub by Margaritaville, the East Hub by Margaritaville, the Central Hub by Jurassic Park, NBC Sports Grill, and the West Hub in its the current spot where the security was. This is the enclosed city walk in the bubble, and maybe get some later hours and some cool nightlife back, and just to make it easier to go for the guest, right? And unfortunately, there was the movie theaters behind this security hub, the AMC theater, and I didn't know there were that many AMC fans that went to this theater. I mean, I guess it's very important. It's a really cool theater, but boy, the AMC fans particularly were very upset that they had to go through security to get to the theater, and it caused a massive uproar online. It even shocked me. I was like, oh, I didn't realize I'm not part of the film community, so I didn't realize it was that much of a problem. Now, Alan has a good point. The Central Security Hub should have been in the other spot where it opens up to the movie theater and the big plaza because it's more of a grand entrance. I totally get that. But boy, yeah, some of these people were saying some insane things on Twitter thanks to Save Your Cinemas uh, tweet that got over 1 million views and some crazy comments. What do you think about it, OG? Do you
Oh
think
man.
are you gonna stop going to City Walk? What are you gonna do?
No, I'm not stopping. This is crazy to me that first of all, I'm surprised it took this long for them to do this. I mean, honestly, downtown Disney, you have to go through security to get into downtown Disney. So the fact that Universal is doing this, I applaud them for this. I love the Universal bubble because like what you were saying, Wizard, it opens the opportunity for more nightlife. So you can get like maybe some nightclubs in there now and stuff like that. So it's a huge win. And here's the thing. I know it's an inconvenience, but let's be honest, it's a couple minutes, maybe before you maybe leave the house, maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes before you would have to normally leave the house. It's not a big deal, and that peace of mind and that safety at the end of the day, for me at least, is worth it. Because think of it this way: if God forbid something did happen in that theater, right? What would everyone, right? What would everyone?
Colorado.
Right, exactly. What would everyone be saying? How come Universal didn't have a security check? How come they didn't check people? They dropped the ball. So you can't win with this stuff. I think look, I love the film fandom. I love, you know, they're fantastic. I'm a big movie guy myself. I like that.
Yeah, I'm an A-lister as well.
There you go. But the thing is like they're wrong on this. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that big of a deal. And I think safety should come first. And this is not just about the movie theater. Universal has to run a theme park complex. So it's not just about the people that want to go to the AMC. So this bubble is for that theme park experience as well. And being able to go from the park to City Walk and back and forth and not have to go through security every time. So yeah, I mean, they'll get over it at the end of the day. I mean, there's always like this big ruckus with anything, and then all of a sudden, like in a week or two, it's over. So, but I think this, I was surprised too, Wizard. I was really shocked that this was such a scandal.
Yes, and as Alan gives his take, here are some of the tweets that some people felt about this shocking change.
So I'll put it this way. I'll put the context behind this. The AMC at City Walk is the 8th busiest theater in North America.
It's that guy.
So so that's the context of people kind of don't understand. It's one of three 70 millimeter IMAX capable theaters in the AMC chain.
Okay.
If I break it down countrywide, it's like one of 17 like that too. And it's one of the only ones that has 70 millimeter film and IMAX Laser GT. So this theater is a hot commodity. People also don't like change. And they're like, oh, why is someone going through my stuff to go X, Y, and Z? No, yeah. So does the Chinese theater. The Chinese theater has screening. The Regal at LA Live has screening as well.
Oh yeah, they do that. I realized. I forgot they do have security. Yeah. So what the heck?
Yeah. So El Capitan, Chinese theater,
and those are part of. They're just theaters. They're not even part of the whole complex.
No, and I think you have to understand where everything is coming from, who's doing what, who says, you know, that thing too. So I understand why people are doing that, because for one time, they're like, oh, Disney does security starts at the parking lot.
The parking lot, yeah, the parking lot.
So I do understand people, and on Wednesday, because I went there on Wednesday. I went there on Wednesday, and I knew this was coming. I didn't know when it was coming, right? So I got there, and at least when I got there, they were saying, hey, go this way, because we're doing this. Hey, and even when I was parking my car, no one told me. So so I have two qualms about the whole setup. One, or I guess you could say three. But my main one is my parking space, 2M for life. It's done.
2M.
Can't use it anymore.
It's gone.
So I see 2M for life, and OG and Wizards like, oh, how do you get there so fast? 2M for life. I can't use 2M anymore. so I am very sad about that. Two is the central hub, as Wizard alluded to. I feel like now when you're going in there, I feel like you're sneaking into City Walk. So there's not really a grand reveal. The better grand reveal now is over at the Curious George ET, it is a better reveal than the central hub. But when you think about the central hub and it's central, you're going into the center of City Walk, and I think they need to kind of upgrade that so it doesn't feel like you're just sneaking into City Walk. Because I feel like you're walking through the cut, because you're walking through a Korean barbecue place that's not there, an Embassy Grill, and then you kind of have to turn around to see, oh, hey, this is kind of what's going on in that area. And then my third one, which I didn't have the issue with it, because one, I knew it was coming. Two, my first day there, people were kind of leading me. But from people that I talked to, if you're going there for the first time, depending on where you park, you kind of don't know where to walk until you get to a part, and then it says you could walk here. So, and to get to the escalator. So I think maybe some
that's
of the
a real
signs,
problem in Jurassic.
Yes.
And that's something I was worried about when I was filming my updates. I kept saying in the video, I was like, okay, because I did a full walkthrough. I'm like, all right, guys, so where's the visual cue? And I'm like, oh, the support is the visual cue. They just colored them red, and they're supposed to follow the red lane, but it's very, you can't. There's no sign.
Yeah.
You have to,
So
like,
I think there probably should be like maybe a painted walkway on the ground
Yeah.
for now,
something,
or something over there, or different things for walking. But right now my new parking space, I think it's like 3H now, 3L.
that just doesn't roll off the tongue as much as
It doesn't.
2M does.
So, but I think those are my three things. Now, going to security, I have talked to other people. So I think some of them, they're mad over the confusion, because if you're used to parking in Jurassic for a while, and depending on how you get in, now it's like, hey, guess what? I have to update. I have to update where I come in now, which is really understandable too. And so I've been telling people, hey, Curious George, and I think maybe they should do that. They should say, like, if you're coming for the movies,
Curious
Curious
George is way
George.
better. Yeah.
So I think that because every parking lot saying, hey, this is for the cinema, theme park, City Walk, and maybe it's like, hey, guess what? Like, cinema should be Curious George parking. Just because it's better for them to go in and out from there. And I think that's where City Walk / AMC / Universal, they kind of dropped the ball on that one, to letting people know. To say, hey, and they can put it in their socials, hey, this is the first day of the security hub. This is the best parking space for this, because if it's theme park, front gate parking in Frankenstein, it's the best one too. If you're coming for the theater, Curious George, ET's the best one. If you're coming for City Walk and you want to do everything, Jurassic Park is your way. I think that people will have that, and they wouldn't be as mad, because talking to some people after they calm down and they notice that, hey, it's better, and the whole process is pretty efficient, then they're like, oh, okay. And I know some other people, they're just worried that they're going to be stuck in security screening, because I think certain people, they've had horror stories of going to security when everyone had to go to Universal, and because of the way it was and how crowded it was, and how slow it was like that too, and everyone going to a single point, they're worried about that. But now that everything's dispersed to 3 checkpoints, and I haven't waited more than 3 minutes to go through any point. I know once people, they start going through there, then they're like, okay, it's better. But a lot of people, they're just worried about, because people, oh, it's not that bad. They're like, wait till it's busy, wait till it's horror nights, wait till it's this, wait till it's wait till you go during a busy time, like a regular time. And I've been in the morning, I've been in park closing, I've been to go see a movie over there too, and it hasn't been bad. But people, they're worried about change, and they don't want to deal with it. And I think that's why they're mad, and that's why they're so outspoken.
Yeah, no, 100%, Alan. People get really funny about change. I agree with you on that 1,000%. One thing too with this whole setup now, which is a positive, is I think it will help some of the businesses, like when you park an ET, right? That security checkpoint that empties out right by like Margaritaville. I think that's going to help Margaritaville a lot, because Margaritaville is like, I don't know how that place is staying in business. There's never any more than like one person there at any given time. So I think this will help that for sure.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a chain, and other parts do it, and I think it does get busy, because I think people, because I've done it before too. I've gone to Margaritaville because I know there's no line, and I think that's what happens with that part. But I think some of like the Raider store died because it was just like on a dead end, and I think it would, like you said, it would definitely help some other stores as well.
And a Pop Mart opened at a perfect time, because they opened right when that opened, and now everyone has to walk past it to go to their car. So that one should help
That-
them and Margaritaville out. Especially, I'm surprised. I know they have the World Cup games on the big TV outside, but Margaritaville, I don't know if they're doing anything, but they should have a little watch party or something to get some people in there. A lot of other, NBC had a
lot of
good
people-
show, a World Cup crowd.
I think a lot of people do. I think my thing is, I don't know, you guys know this better than I do. Those walkways, the spaces above, like kind of above Jurassic, but like above NBC Grill.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
the city food area.
Well, not but before that, I think they need to do something. They need to do something up there. 'Cause
Oh
I think
yes, that's where that's where the comedy club was and the Howl
Yeah.
the Moon bar was. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
and
sure
I think-
now that they have the bubble, they can hopefully put another bar over there and it'll be lit.
Yeah, I think a bar or something outside. Because I'm thinking like if they built another screen opposite of the NBC screen,
Mhm.
right? And you have stuff because then you're overwatching and looking at. So especially like for the World Cup, for sporting events, for whatever, you can put stuff over there. Or even if you're having like a dance party with a DJ on the stage in City Walk, and you have that screen showed over there, people they could chill right there and be a part of it as well. I think it's so much just untapped potential. And hopefully with the bubble, they're able to add stuff to it to make City Walk a better place. Because right now, City Walk was just the sidewalk to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Mhm.
You're 100% right, and it was kind of crazy. I actually had a conversation last night with Jay Shear and Tones Poppy and our good friend Evan, right? And we're talking, and we were talking Tones. We were talking about how like a lot of younger kids now, like maybe more like the Gen Zers and stuff like that. Like they're getting kind of like technology fatigue, and a lot of like in real life experiences are sort of coming back. Like people want, physical media. People want to go out and do things like music festivals and like all that stuff. So right now is a good time for Universal to kind of lean into that. Maybe put a nightclub at City Walk, because I think there is a growing desire to kind of get off the phone and in real life, because I think people are burnt out on the social media and all that stuff.
And I think it doesn't have to be a nightclub. It just needs to be like an open space.
Yes.
And just for people to do something. And that's why I said, if you have something where we're gathering, and like I said, the World Cup is a great one. Hopefully they do it for the Olympics. And I do think that, especially with that side fake entrance for City Walk, which is now the central entrance, that you need to walk in. I need something that says Universal City Walk. I need a big screen. Could be widescreen. So when you walk in, everyone's TikTok, whatever phone, it says, they know you're at Universal. But when you're having a watch party for the World Cup, when you're doing stuff for the Olympics, when you're having a Super Bowl, whatever you want to do, it's right there. And so people know. So it says, hey, come to City Walk. So it's twofold. It's a big advertisement, but then it gives you that open space where, hey, guess what? You could go be around people and enjoy these events without paying $500 to go sit in the stadium.
Yes, absolutely.
And you still have that stadium.
Or you can just listen to John's coverage over here. I love him in the chat. He's over here just giving a whole bunch of coverage. Look at that. But poor, I guess one of the players hurt his ankle. But yeah, I totally agree. And again, super. I don't say easy, but super something they can put up pretty quickly. A giant screen. City Walk loves those giant screens. They just put up a giant one for Raising Cane. So they can do that. They can put it anywhere.
And they can just remove that Raising Cane's one, put it somewhere else. That's like a waste of a screen.
I know it's really big too. It's really nice and bright.
Yeah, for Raising Cane's, I'm like, really?
It's crazy. They went like full Vegas for that place. I'm like, what?
For Raising Cane's, like no.
Now, what do you guys think is going to happen at Twosome? Because that's another one that like I never see anyone in there.
The problem with Twosome, and this is what I noticed, it's hit or miss when you have the theming of Twosome to make it what it is. But like what they're doing, I think they're busy enough, and I think now that they're in the bubble, it's gonna be better because this is the issue. Nobody wants to go to City Walk, unless you're going to the movie theater or the theme park. If you're going to the movie theater, maybe you'll stop by Twosome's on the way out, or Margaritaville or whatever like that. And that's the thing, Margaritaville was on the dead bottom too. Or you go when you're going to the theme park. The problem with the theme park is that when you go for the theme park, there's two times you're gonna go get food, because before you had security. right? So you
Mhm.
go when you go in or when you leave, because no one's really going to leave the park to go to get out of security, to go eat, to go back to security, and
Mhm.
pay more money for it, right? There, when I could go in the park, not go to security, pay too much money for food. And but if you go towards like the end of the night, like when the park closes, that's when Twosomes and NBC Grill and everything and everything kind of gets busy
Mhm.
because it's you have to go when people are coming in to Universal Studios or leaving
Mhm.
Universal Studios. Hopefully, the bubble will help with that. So people, so I think hopefully Twosomes will start increasing during, I guess, lunchtime, medium hours.
Yeah, and it was last Friday, I believe. Yeah, the Alan and I tested that. We're we're waiting around Fast and Furious for a while, and we left in the middle of the day, get some NBC, and came right back. And
Oh
oh, it
yeah,
was the
and saw the
best
World
day of
Cup
my
game
life.
too. Like
Yeah,
we
and
saw
watched the
US,
World Cup. Yeah.
yeah, US versus, and it was flawless. And I would say too, we did notice there was a lot more people doing that.
Yeah,
People
there
leaving the
was. There's
park.
and because the NBC became really busy at like
Yeah,
that 3 o'clock time, and there was a line even out the door, and
yeah,
there were people coming out of these Universal going back in. So
yeah,
that's exciting. Exciting for the future of City Walk and Universal because people are starting to realize, oh, it's pretty easy to go back and forth.
yeah.
And
Because
people maybe even like during summertime when or like now when the park's open till 10, they may even want to go in the park in the morning, see a movie in the middle of the day, and come right back to the park at
yeah,
nighttime, which can help out AMC as well.
yeah. Well, no, I think AMC they're not going anywhere because even
Oh
like
yeah, no, they're definitely
if I
not.
go back to like okay, because here you go, because Disney Springs, because people complain about going through security and it doesn't work. So the fourth busiest theater in North America is the AMC at Disney Springs, which you also have to go through security to go
Mm-hmm.
watch. And I think people they just don't realize it too. And and the crazy thing about City Walk too is that it's like it's like next to in Burbank the busiest theater in North America because
Mm-hmm.
which is the AMC Burbank, right? And then it's also near the Grove, Century City, and everything too. So we have a lot of options. So even the fact that you have all these options and that City Walk is still number 8 in North America is freaking crazy. But like I said, number 4 in North America is also behind security as well, and it's not hurting. And
Yeah.
getting into Disney Springs is a nightmare. Like I went to Disney Springs one time too with the family, and last time I went, we were like never again. And it was
Let me
one thing
just
too.
tell you, in our Orlando trip in February, the only bad spot Liz and I had was the one Valentine's Day date night at Disney Springs because there's just a lot of traffic and it
No,
was hard to get
that
in.
no, that's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying. And
yeah, oh
it's
my
the fourth
goodness,
busiest theater in North America. So
yeah.
if they're able to figure that out and they're doing it and people are still going, your security hub isn't that bad.
Well, you know, it's interesting too, kind of off topic, but kind of on topic about Disney Springs. I've been there once, but it's funny because a lot of like the Floridians are like really impressed with Disney Springs. But as an LA guy, like we have the Grove, the
Yeah.
Americana, the
I mean, we
you know the
have the
Commons.
village right over here, but
Century City.
yeah.
It was
And I was
very
just
much.
like,
It
it
felt like
was
every mall out here in
so.
LA to
And
me.
that's what I was thinking. I mean, like some things were pretty cool to me, like the Circus Soleil Theater. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I like the big Coke store, but we couldn't even enjoy it because when I say I couldn't even see the ground.
Yeah.
We couldn't even enjoy. I couldn't even see the ground. We were just walking. I tried to even look at the stores. Like, oh, let's explore. We had our paddlefish, which was kind of mid. I was a little disappointed. I thought it was gonna be a big fancy boat restaurant. Like it's gonna be all nice, but the food was kind of mid at paddlefish, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's kind of expensive and kind of mid for anyone going to Florida.
Should
But
they change their name to Paddle Mid?
yeah, it should. It's talking about OK Universe. It's like paddle OK fish. But yeah, we wanted to explore afterwards, and it was so miserable. I mean, she had to go to the bathroom, and there's a line out the door, and people are in the. There's also, I should put, there was like a cheer competition or something. So there's all these
42.
cheerleaders,
Oh,
and I was,
we're behind?
Yep, we're behind.
damn,
Behind.
that's crazy. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. I was like, I know Downton Disney is much smaller, but at least I can see the ground when I'm walking in it.
Well,
I don't know.
because
Yeah.
it's for a different audience, and remember, because we have to say Disney Springs, it's something to add to your, and Disney did it smart. They said we want you to have something so you don't have to go to the park. It's free to get into and everything else like
Yeah.
that too. But it's just it gets so busy at times, and like I said, rightfully so.
Yeah. No, and Remy says Disney Springs is only special because it's on Disney grounds.
Well, no, I think Disney Springs is only special, and I'll say this because remember, because I told you, OG,
Yep.
my cousin came from Australia, right? And something that she wanted to do, which was weird, was effing shop, and in LA. So she wanted to go to the Grove. She wanted to go to Century City. There's stuff like that she wanted to do. So it's not the fact that it's on Disney grounds. It's that if you realize it, besides like the Mall of America, there's not really a lot of stuff that's like that at that scale.
Right.
And then so something that people like to shop, and that's what it is. Because that's the thing, because I'll be surprised when I'm out here too. Well, people they go to the Camarillo outlets, or they go to the Citadel outlets, and people want to do it, and that's why Citadel set up the way it is and where it's at, and people like that, and so and even people from out of the state like. They like that. I know people who live up in Oxnard, and they're like, hey, like, where are we going? We're going to Topanga. We're going to Century City. We're going to the Grove. And I'm like, what? Like, people like that. So, and I think Disney, they said, hey, we're just doing this over here. So, we're bringing the Grove to Florida.
And one more Disney Springs problem for me at least. And it actually has nothing to do with Disney Springs itself. I just wish it was better connected to the Disney transportation network, because we tried to take a bus to a nearby hotel, and we went to the wrong bus stop, but then the bus didn't come for like another hour, and so we just Ubered. So I just wish it was like connected to like it's just a better transportation. I don't even know if that's possible, but Disney
it is, but that's one of the things too where Florida, like I said,
yeah.
we make. I hate to be on my urbanism kick, but it's like we're making these cities
urbanism kick.
Like we're making these cities for cars,
Mm-hmm.
and with so many different things as well too. But I remember like where we parked. We found out like the best way to get to Disney Springs was just to freaking walk from where we were at too. So
yeah, I will say this. If we're talking like retail and shopping and stuff, like for me, like whether you're with your lady or whether you're with like maybe like your mom or your sister or whatever shopping, for me the worst experience is going into Sephora. I'm just like pulling my hair. It's so boring. I hate going in there. Ulta, yeah.
I have my
worst.
I have my procedures. I walk around with Liz for about 5 minutes, then she understands. I'm like, okay, I'll wait outside.
Actually, at Topanga, I like it because we walk in like, yeah, we're going to Sephora, and then I go in there and I walk out and I walk right into the Apple store.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Right next to each other.
I do have one really good thing I would say about Sephora, though. I usually only go in there by myself for like getting gift cards, because as you just explained, all girls seem like Sephora gift cards.
Yeah.
And I love, last time I went in there, it was Liz wanted some specific thing, and so I actually got the thing this time. And even though there was no line, the lady was so nice. She did like a mobile checkout, and she just let me pay and tap my card on this mobile device. I'm like, oh, you do that now? She goes, yeah, it's a new thing. I'm like, I love you, Sephora.
For the boys. That's what I said. They edited it for the boys.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay, like I'll come buy some more stuff in here for our gifts for wives and aunts and moms, because you made my checkout that much easier. So nice. But yeah, the Sephora is always a little cramped though. I mean, even if it's not busy, their aisles are really small. There's really stuff in there. Ulta, yes, and Ulta was another one. Last time we went to Ulta, my father-in-law and I walked into Five Below, and he said, "We'll see you a little later."
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy. Disney Springs, to kind of wrap up, put in a nice bow. Yeah, Disney Springs is okay. I think for that area, I think they don't have like that area doesn't really have a lot of that kind of experience. So it's cool.
It's beautiful,
but out here
with the lake and the bridges, and some spots in Disney Springs. Like I want to do the the boat house thing. We can get in the car boat thing. That's cool.
Yeah, we did that,
it's
and
great.
yeah, it's fun. We did that, and our boat driver was like so New Jersey. It was so funny.
Yeah. So like some stuff is so cool. It's just it's beautiful. It's just a little too busy, and it's it's not really that impressive to someone who lives like you said with all these outdoor malls. It's cool. It's cool. Just so too crowded for me.
We just have it a little too good out here in California. What can I say?
We do.
That's right.
I got a question about the Six Flags coaster. About how
Oh
is that
yes,
coming along?
John. Let me answer a couple of your questions. Yes to the Hollywood rides thing and the Six Flags coming along. It looks like it is. So I'll say yes.
I can
But
tell
what
you
do think?
that. It's coming along. The tracks on site. I think they finally got to the point where I think they're done terraforming the ground. They got rid of some more
Nice.
stairways. So I'm not sure when they're going to start building. Hopefully, they're going to start pretty soon because for a 2027 opening, right now it's looking like the end of 2027. Which, hey, I guess as long as they do 31 December to 2027, that it will be there. But hopefully, with all the land prep and everything, and they're doing all the electrical stuff, because I'm hoping it does not get pushed to 2028. But I mean, maybe the only problem with the new Six Flags Entertainment Corporation is that because now we have Hollywood Drift 2026, which now I don't think they want to go ahead up with that. So Montezuma is 2027, and then
Montezuma's 2027.
I can see them pushing it to 2027, and then guess what? And now we're doing Six Flags Coaster 2028. Or sorry, Magic Mountain Coaster 2028 because it's like, do you want your two parks to do that unless you want them both? Unless you want them both in 2027. That's the other thing too. So unless you're putting Montezuma's in 2026 to have the other one 2027, but
I feel like that Six Flags coaster, they've been terraforming that area for so long. I feel like they were terraforming Mars or something.
Well, no, that's what it looked like. And then they're like, we're keeping the Golden Theater steps. They're taking away the Golden Theater steps. Now it's like half and half. Like, so I went there. I'll probably check it out. I might go this Saturday because my cousin's like, hey, I don't know if you're around, but we're going to Magic Mountain. So, I need to go flex on them. I'm like, yo, this is how I get to the front of the line. Like, it'd be the almighty experience because you guys don't know what to do. So, but like I said, I could see them pushing to 2028. Because even if you do like a universal timeline with 18 months, but I said tracks on site, it's Vekoma, it seems pretty easy. The ground's clear and stuff like that. So now but the problem is my other thing worry about it is that they have to build a station. They're not using an existing station. The infrastructure is not there unless they're pulling it from the Golden Bear Theater. So that's the worrisome part about it as well too. But also from everything that we're hearing, it's like they might be doing because now they're Laughing Dragon on the hill, so they might be tearing that down as well too. So I can see them just making it all together for the 2028 season.
Yeah, that would make sense because
it's June.
Yeah, it's June, and if they don't go vertical by August, then they're almost in 2027 at that point.
Yeah. So are we doing 18
and then
month?
If it eventually we'll get back to the rainy season, and that if they're still pushing around the dirt, that could cause a little bit of a slight delay. So yeah, I guess I can see it 2020. Yeah. Boy, God, I've been watching these things for so long. I'm about to have gray hairs.
Yeah, because remember, because Fast and Furious, it got delayed because of our last rainy season.
Yeah, exactly. Because
remember before all that, like they were thinking like February.
Yeah.
2026, and then they got hit with all the rain, and it's on a hill and everything else too. So it's just
it's crazy. That thing is gonna open pretty soon, though, huh? I mean, we're hearing some.
Yeah, finally the team member preview on Monday. That's exciting. And then we can be like, yeah, it's open, and then that'd be super cool. Because that's another one I've been watching for hours. I mean, years. I'm gonna have gray hairs by the time these things open. But I don't think OG's ever been to Six Flags.
I've never been to Six Flags. I've been to the Hurricane Harbor part of it, but I'm not
Which, by the way, has got a very beautiful renovation over the past couple of years, I must say. I don't. Sometimes I like water slides, but I haven't do water parks very often, but it's been a very nice renovation. And Looney Tunes Land, actually, I really like Looney Tunes Land. Like for Six Flags, it's a very nice themed area. So a shout out to Six Flags, Cedar Fair, or whoever's taking over. You guys doing a good job. So that's what makes me hopeful for the coaster. I think they'll have some nice theming, or at least like higher quality theming than more typical for Six Flags. So I'm excited for that whenever it gets off the ground. We'll see. Maybe OG will be 50. I'll be 36 by that time. But
yeah, exactly. We'll be
Yeah.
just a bunch of old men, just Yeah, we'll see.
I've been to Cedar Point 2 times, and I know Alan's probably been there a gazillion
Oh.
times.
Oh yes, I've been to Cedar Point 4 times. It's man, it's a great park. I will say it
Oh
is-
gosh, he said
it
that
is
so
great- it-
condescendingly. I think he has like an OK Universe take on that.
No, it's a great park. They have some awesome coasters. And I'll put it there. Top Thrill 2, it's good. Millennium Force is an icon. Steel Vengeance, probably one of the best well-rounded coasters ever created. I think like that and Velocicoaster. They're not my favorite coaster, but I said it's like probably like the most well-rounded coaster created too. Maverick
Mhm.
Packs a Punch, Siren Curse is good. So like I said, the upper echelon of that park is stacked. I think after that, it's not like a park, and like the view. Sorry, also the view for the peninsula is amazing as well too. Like the view is amazing. So I would definitely say there's so much awesome about Cedar Point. So
Now,
again,
Alan, have you
Great.
been to Kings Island? Remy's saying that he prefers Kings Island. Have you been to that park?
I've been to Kings Island, and this is what I'll say about it. Cedar Point has higher highs. It has a higher ceiling. Kings Island's floor is so high, and it's good. And I think when you go to Cedar Point, because of how they do everything, because even though they try to make it say, "Hey, it's like a multi-day park," whatever like that. It's Cedar Point's a multi-day park because of how certain things are ran. But like for the experience, not really a multi-day park. Kings Island operations are really great. They push you through everything's good, and you don't feel like you're rushing. I think with Cedar Point, you feel like you're rushing. You rush. So you don't get to enjoy the moments off the ride because you have a great ride. I'm going to Steel Vengeance. Now let me get off. Now I have to go over to Maverick. Okay, then I get off, and you have to rush to do everything. Kings Island is not that at all.
Okay.
And so like you said, so if you ask me what's the better park, Cedar Point is the better park looking at the lineup. Kings Island is, at my times, has been a better experience. Like
Okay.
every time. And that's why I said I also prefer Kings Island. But they are missing the standout ride as well. Kings Island does not have a standout ride.
Now, Alan, last time we went to Legoland on the ride home, we were talking about your coaster count. What are you up to now? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, well,
I might get 640. Let me do this because I'm almost at the 650s. So I am at. Oh, I have it. Oh wow, shit. I am above 6 like that. I'm at 658.
What? Oh my gosh,
Woo-wee.
that
I
is
forgot
wild.
to.
658.
I'm at 658. I don't know my next region. I don't know where I need to go to Pacific Northwest. I also need to go to New England, and then of course I want to go to La Ronde as well, and Mexico, and then of course Europe, the next frontier.
Yes, and then your favorite, if I'm not mistaken, is Iron Gwazi.
My favorite in the States is Iron Gwazi.
Oh, okay, in the States, Iron Gwazi.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Favorite in the
that thing
world.
looks crazy.
Yeah, favorite in the world is Egenica. It's like X2 turned up to 11.
Oh my gosh, that's
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Egenica is that guy.
What? Wizard and I will be in the gift shop waiting for you. Right, Wizard?
That's right.
Now, Wizards gonna be like, that's fun. I'm still be at Universal in Osaka, or I'll be in Disney in Tokyo. You enjoy, or you guys just be like on Mount Fuji. Like, we're gonna look at Mount Fuji.
That's right. Yeah, because
That's
Mount Fuji is actually really cool.
Yeah. No, but
Because-
the best part about Egenica though, like the break run,
Mhm.
at the end of it, because like you bow to Mount Fuji to show respect. That's something that they do. So Ejinaika, it makes you bow to Mount Fuji at the end of the ride.
Oh, that's sick, dude. That is sick.
It is. It is like
That's
you're like,
cool.
dude, you bow to it and you come up slowly. So I was like, oh, like I Ejinaika, it's just great.
Hell yeah.
Ejinaika, it's even though it's one of three, it's one of a kind.
Okay. All right. Now Remy's asking, have you guys been on Pterodon Flyers?
Yes,
I-
I have.
I have not.
Is that a good one, or that's at
no.
Iowa, right? I
Yeah,
think
that's at Iowa. That is a kids coaster. So it was Islands of Adventures equivalent of Magic Flyer when I was at Magic Mountain. But it's a ride where you have to have a kid. Luckily, when I went in 2013, some person didn't want to ride, so I actually rode with their kid.
Okay.
And then when I went in 2021, or was it 2021 with my kid, and we went on again, and we went on again for that one as well too.
Nice.
But it's a nice easy ride.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah,
you,
which
guys,
is cool.
you guys can go on it, but we have to find like a new kid because my kid's too big now. He's 16.
Yeah, we'll just find one on the walkway and say, hey, you guys, all of you, come over here. Dad, mom, kid, let's go together.
You give it a
Or you
it's
need
like, I will
like
pay
five
you.
kids.
And I've seen that before too. Like, I will pay you to ride this ride.
Oh, man. Well, thank you all for coming on here on this Magic Thursday. Oh, yeah. And where can everybody find you, Almighty Coast?
Okay. One thing really fast before we start. I will say this. Unfortunately, this year we're seeing the death of another park.
Yes.
So it's actually Fun Spot Atlanta.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So
Mhm.
it is closing August 2nd. It's its last day. It is really, really sad. They actually built a big world-class coaster to try to bring people in, and unfortunately, it did not work. So if you're in that area, go ahead and
Go
support
ride
Fun
it.
Spot.
You have to
Yeah,
come
go
up.
ride the ride. Go support Fun Spot. It is sad. I might try to get out there. We'll see. But coming from all the way from California, it might be a challenge. But other than that, you can find me at Almighty Coasters on YouTube. Here like that too.
Almighty.
You can see me on these guys' channels as a featured guest panelist, whatever you want to call it too. But you got me
Yes.
on TikTok, you got me on Instagram, you got me on Facebook, and you got Almighty Coaster, not plural, on that Dreaded X.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, the Dreaded X is a great way to put it because it's very much the spot where all the toxicity kind of is what's the word? It's kind of centered in that app, right?
Mhm.
It's just bad. Like you can't be happy. Like, it's a great day outside. It's horrible. We're going to war. People are dying. Children are crying. Oh no, I got paid today. You should give that moment because people are suffering and this and that. You're rubbing in my face too. Oh man, like this happened. Like, oh, I got in a car accident. You should have been driving better with that too. I don't care that the other guy was drunk. I'm like, dude, like you can't.
Oh, you can't. You can't win on X. You can literally make a tweet saying I'm praying for all cancer patients, and somebody would attack you. Oh, so you don't like? So you're hating on AIDS patients then?
Yeah, or regular patients. But someone with emergency room, you don't care about them.
Yeah, right.
They'd be praying. What are you, a MAGA supporter? You're praying?
praying for their downfall.
My God. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. As you saw with the Savior Cinema tweets on AMC. It's so crazy over there. And and the Universal Kids tweets and just about any tweet. Oh gee, where can we find you?
You can find me right here on YouTube talking theme parks with these two fine gentlemen at Orange Grove 55 on Instagram as well, Orange Grove 55, and on the Dreaded X, Orange Grove 55.
Hey, you need the band for the X.
There we go, the band fan.
And before we leave, I have to hear my favorite clip. Bob Chapek, let's go.
Oh, you want Bob? Okay, hold on. We got Bob. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Here he is.
Apologize for not being the ally that you needed me to be.
Peace out, folks. Sorry, Bob. I accept your apology. Bye-bye.